Okay, guys and girls, I'm gonna shoot a quick video of this 56 panel. It's actually a Courier wagon, 56 Courier wagon running. This thing, I've actually had this for a year, which is not, I told everybody all the time, I'm not a traditional dealer. So I bought this thing from a couple guys, older gentlemen who were flipping cars, you know, retired, playing with them. And they basically had done a lot of work to this thing. New gas tank, new brake lines, new brakes. They added power brakes to it. They put a, I think it was an 80s 302 in it for the people who were asking what year. I think it was an 80s 302. This thing's been sitting literally for probably 6 months. I went up there today. I jumped it. I brought it home. I washed the tree sap off of it. I washed it. I checked the fluids on it. I actually played with a couple things on it. It basically, the thing's going to end up needing a carburetor, I think, because the accelerator pump's always been squirrely on it. When you let it sit, you have to pump it, you know, a lot to get it running. But the little motor don't sound bad. It actually sounds pretty decent, you know, but it may need spark plugs again. You know, it may need a little bit of a tune-up, we'll call it, from sitting. I've got the choke set on it right now, but all that being said, they did add power brakes to it. It does not have power steering. It is manual steering. They did add power windows to it, but the lights work. The car runs and drives. I've never driven it very far, you know, 8 miles at the most. New radiator. They did a lot of new parts on the thing, you know, and they put seats in it and they put carpet in it. You know, but it basically, at this point, the thing needs some tinkering. You know, the gauges don't work right. Like I said, the lights work. The wiring, it has a newer wiring harness in it. You know, basically they did a little work on it, but they never finished it. And I have so many things going on that I have twice as much money in. At this point, this thing is just going to go away. You know, the power windows work. The driver's side works from this switch, and the passenger side works from the passenger switch. The passenger side window does not work from the driver's side switch, but it does work, you know, from the passenger side switch. But basically, I really, you know, I haven't had time to mess with this thing. But anyway, so the power windows are working. The lights, tail lights, brake lights. You know, basically, and now it needs a good buff from sitting. But it is a Courier wagon. It's kind of rare. It's kind of cool. You know, I think if somebody, you know, for what everything's costing now, I really think the thing's kind of neat and kind of, you know, kind of reasonably priced, I think. But at this point, I think it's going to need somebody to kind of go through and maybe do spark plugs. It's going to end up needing a carburetor. I wouldn't mess with that carburetor no more. Put an accelerator pump in it, and it didn't help it. So at this point, I wouldn't play with it no more. But anyways, like I said, the lights work. Just a cool little project if somebody wants to put their company name on it. You know, originally that's what I was going to do, have my buddy make me up some magnetic things I could stick on the side so I didn't make it permanently, you know. And like I said, I just have way too much going on. So there you go. 1956 Courier wagon. Gonna need some work. There's pictures of the underneath. Yes, it needs some inner rocker work and some floor work if you're wanting to make a show car out of it. If you're wanting a little parts runner, you know, I think with a minimal amount of work, you can make this thing, you know, a shop truck, we'll call it. So, and does have a good title with the correct VIN on it. So, anyways, there you go. 1956 Courier wagon. Some people call them sedan deliveries. Some people call them panels. So you call it whatever you want to call it. But Neat little car. It has a lot of potential. It has vacuum wipers still, and they did work, but they were messing with the power brakes, so we unhooked them. You basically need to convert it to electric. So there you go. The price is in the still ad, and like I said, there's a little more pictures. Thanks.